Hi everyone, and welcome to another video where we cover some of the EV charging infrastructure. This time I'm down near my dad's near Blackpool, the Fylde Peninsula, and this is actually the Warton Superchargers if you look on the Tesla app. But these are Tesla V4 Superchargers done by another brand called EV on the Move. So I thought I'd cover that for you and let you know what all that's about. So here we are. So this is the town, Freckleton, twinned with Warton. It's just what the charger's named after, but it's in between these two towns, and it's in the northwest of England. Here on the way to Blackpool, I suppose, on this road called the Preston New Road. So it's like a way you would get to the nice part of the coast here, Lytham and St Anne's, which are all very nice. EV on the Move are their own CPO, but they have committed to buying Tesla-only superchargers. The superchargers, or the V4s that they have, they've got longer cables. They can fit non-Tesla cars really well. You don't have to worry about if you're parking in the wrong space. You're not going to block a couple of superchargers because your port's at the wrong place versus the Tesla ones. So you don't need to worry about that at all, which is great. But the price isn't quite as good as Tesla ones, but it's better than most of the competitors. So they're offering 65p a kilowatt hour, and some of the most expensive ones on the market are sort of the 85, 89p's or even higher. So 65p is considerably undercutting that, but not as low as Tesla superchargers to non-Tesla cars, which are at the sort of rate of 44p off peak, 65p on peak. So both significantly undercutting what EV on the Move are offering, and Tesla to Teslas, or with a membership, are undercutting it even further. So it's good value. They're good and reliable to use. They're compatible with loads of different cars, but they aren't necessarily the cheapest. And if you would prefer a brand, you'd probably just prefer the Tesla to install these themselves and put them under their own brand, because they're clearly kind of subsidising this. Because if EV on the Move's investors need 65p a kilowatt hour to make their money back, or to make it profitable or investable, then Tesla clearly are subsidising it to give the cars something to a selling point, if you like. So without further ado, let's look at the video where I explain it all. Supercharger for the second time ever. But what's this? We're actually at an EV on the Move charger, but they've used the Tesla V4 hardware, and actually you can charge it through the Tesla app, and all Teslas would just plug in here as a normal supercharger and it would just work with the sort of Tesla auto charge feature. These are 65p a kilowatt hour, so a lot cheaper than most rapid chargers. I'm down in the Fylde Peninsula, if you like, which is kind of Blackpool, Lytham St Anne's type way, as we've just come to visit my dad. Now, we're about 40% charged, so we're not getting the quickest charge in the world. Let's have a wee look how fast we're going. We're going at 40 kilowatts, which isn't the best, isn't the worst, but 65p is all right, just while the kids go to the park around the corner. Might as well plug in, charge up the car, rather than stressing that the granny charger might melt the house down or whatever. So not really losing any time by doing this, but thought we'd grab a cheeky 10 minutes while the kids are playing. So let's show you the rest of the site then, so these are the 6 Tesla superchargers. There's 1A to D, and there's 2A and B, and all the power cabinets are in this little box behind us. And over here we've got the amenities. So you've got a Greggs, and you've got a drive-through Starbucks. Why anyone really wants to have a drive-through Starbucks, I don't know, but it's their business one. And I'm not a business one, so who knows? That might be a great thing. But it's quite convenient for what we're doing today. So there's a really nice park here in Freckleton, and this is like called Warton. So it's Freckleton and Warton, same place. It's kind of convenient for what we're doing, and thought, why not, instead of having to leave the car plugged in for 20 hours overnight with 20-30% losses. This is a lot easier and will only take us, it's only going to take me half an hour to get to 80%, which is a lot to drive through. So yeah, let me know if you've got any questions about these. I'll let you know where they are on the app, and they're nice and affordable. Now it does tell you when the prices are used, because all apps get exclusive on the way in. But yeah, let me just show you this sign. So all the different ways you can use it. So here we go. So Teslas can just plug in and charge, and it works. Everyone can use a Tesla app. Everyone can use an RFID card or balance payment or Google and Apple Pay. And the support number if you're struggling. But if you're looking for one, maybe that's working. Can I see? Yes. Anyway, so yeah, it opens at 6:30, but it closes at 9, so that you don't get like boy racers. So I think that's their way of keeping boy racers out of the car park and not vandalising shit. Things, not vandalising things. So yeah, we'll zoom into the map when we get home. All right, see you in the next one. So that's really interesting that the bollards go up. Now, Arnold Clark have got bollards on their sites to keep their stock safe. But if you book in to go at midnight, they've got ANPR that will recognise your car and then open up to allow you in and charge if you need to charge overnight or after they've closed up shop, say 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or in the early hours or whatever. But I don't think that's available here. I don't think you go into Tesla app, click I want to go into 1A and that the bollards will come down. I think the side seems to suggest that you're just done. But if you're a Tesla owner, you know better. You use these or somewhere else around the country. There are a few of these EV on the move in the northwest, at least anyway. So if you've got local knowledge that it does work, if you click on the app and the bollards go down. I don't think that's the case though, and I certainly didn't see any ANPR cameras for that here. So yeah, let's quickly moving on. To the final closing message. So if you are looking for a new energy provider, Martin Lewis is suggesting that you get a fix at the moment. Octopus Energy have good deals. They tend to be price competitive against everyone else anyway, and they've got great EV deals, specifically some of the best on the market. So if you were to get less than 2p a mile EV charging, then use my code to switch to Octopus Energy and you get 50 quid off, and I get 50p credit as well, which is great. Genuine recommendation for EV mapping apps is the Octopus Electroverse. Its route planning is as good as ZapMap, if not better. Its charger finding is as good as ZapMap, if not better, especially as it's got loads in Europe, whereas ZapMap's already just going into Europe, for example. And a lot of the features that are paywalled in ZapMap are just free in Octopus Electroverse. So if you fancy 5 or extra credit, then set up or download the app via clicking this link, and you get a 5 and I get a 5. Instavolt, not talked about them today, but they are expensive. During the day, they're 85p a kilowatt hour. You can get it for 79 via Octopus Electroverse. You get a little bit of discount if you're using Octopus as your energy company with a car charger. But out of hours, it's 54p, and if you use this referral code and download their app, you will get a 5 once you charge 10 kilowatt hours. And so 54p actually is very price competitive. Pretty good, really. So an extra 5 off that would be great. And lastly, the other thing that I promote is back market. I've got quite a few of my electronics, such as my phone, such as headphones, iPads for the girls and things. And instead of buying new, we've bought secondhand through this back market site. It's where loads of local phone or iPad or computer shop repairers have got like warranty work, fix something, but the person has already been sent a new one from the company. So you can buy secondhand stuff for a fraction of the price. You get a tenner off if you use this code if you're buying anything, and I get a little bit of credit as well. So it works out for everyone, and you're just like reducing e-waste and all that sort of stuff, and reusing rather than recycling is a great thing to do. So I'm promoting that because A, I get credit and get some more stuff, and B, it's good to that things that don't go to landfill. So let me know if you've got any questions. Would you use an EV on the move? Is that 65p? Is that good because it's so much cheaper than some of the other ones? Or would you always hunt around for the best deal and this isn't the best deal, so you're not interested? It's always good if there are other competitors on the market, so that if your favourite one doesn't get busy full of everyone else going for the cheapest one, and so other ones that are useful for other people also make your cheap favourite one more available to you. So I still think there's a role for other CPOs, other charge port operators, other chargers that aren't quite the cheapest, but just, not a complete rip-off. This is reasonable-ish in my view. Let me know what you think, and if you would use one. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, everyone.